Hello everyone. It is a beautiful late spring, early summer. This is 2021. This carries with it the energy of change and adventure and things not being status quo. It's about time to look at aspects, and it'll be different for everyone, where there needs to be some change and there needs to be something done differently. Bring a little adventure into your lives. So with that, let's do a quick reading. I'll pull out 5 messages and sort of 5 underlying subtext, shadow type influences that we may not be aware of, that we need to consider. So stay tuned, sit down. This will be a great time to pause, get a cup of something soothing and cooling, hydrating, water and herbal tea, something like that, vitamin C drink. And sit with me and let's explore what comes up for the collective good. These are real blessings, and I'm looking forward to it. And I will bring in 5 gems from the mineral kingdom and see what comes up to grace us today and amplify the messages and the good vibes. So why 5? Again, this is a 2021 5 universal year and carries with it that energy and that current of, again, change and pivoting and adventure and newness and, that's why 5. Okay, come on in, let's do it. Talking to me? What's the matter, Dee? All right, everyone. So first off, let me introduce the beautiful gems from the mineral kingdom that are gracing us here today with amplified blessings. We've got Citrine. This is to really create activation. This is such a summer, spring stone, and it really gives vitality and everything that sort of sunshine radiates. This is a raw amethyst, and amethyst is about healing, and it kind of is that quintessential stone of compassion and healing. And what heart, what life, what soul could not use a little bit of healing right now? Along with that is rose quartz. Again, it's about beauty and love and just appreciating the beauty in everything out there. This is a beautiful time to be out there and to really appreciate our beautiful world and the beautiful birds, and I can hear them singing right now as I'm filming this. So rose quartz, may it soothe you and may it really amplify the love that you feel right now, and the healing that this amethyst will bring. Pyrite, it's one of these, classic but yet forgotten. I don't see it brought in very often. I love pyrite. It's such again, like citrine, it brings in so much vitality and youthfulness, and it also sparks ideas and interest. It sparks ideas and sparks abundance and prosperity. So this is one that I've used in a lot of prosperity readings. And finally, and most importantly, quartz, to bring in clarity and awareness and just to really make sure that we're seeing what we need to see and hearing what we need to hear. So this is the quartz stone of truth, and may the messages be bright and truthful and really resonate with you. So again, this is for our collective the spring, summer, and I love this because it really is a way home, and it's such a summery deck for me. It brings in messages that are just light and yet poignant and have a lot of depth. So I will pull 5 messages. Sit back and really receive, see how they apply to you. And because these are messages for the collective, know that, or I ask that you please take what resonates with you and what is meant for you and leave that which is meant for someone else. So This is the Messenger of the Way Home Tarot, and I love it. I love it at any time, but I especially love it around now. This next deck I will bring in to, it's the Orbifold Tarot, and it's again another one of my, my favorites. It is simple yet provocative and just really always on point. And with this, I will kind of ask for messages that may be themes that are in the recess that we need to really consider. Okay, we can call extra cards as needed, but I chose 5 specifically because this is a 5-year, and we'll keep in with that theme, and I think that it's a nice array of messages that come through. So let's start with, we're called to really walk with grace and confidence this year. This is, the card of temperance, and it's a real big message to say, in 5 weeks, 5 months, the 5th month being May, which is right now as I kind of film this, there could be something that really requires you to weather the storm and walk that pivot line, that middle line with grace and balance. So let's see what may be underlying that. This has to do with emotions and really coming to a full circle with some learning of emotional wholeness. What may be affecting that emotional stability and emotional confidence, that walk of grace and balance could be that you need to really start to reinvigorate your emotional soul care and your emotional care and self-care. So, again, this is about thoughts that, just always having choices, online learning, in-school learning, travel, don't travel, anti-maskers, get vaccinated. I mean, there's always this dichotomy of 2 different things, and both sides, it's such a polarizing year, and this is saying that, let's bring compassion and understanding, real mastery of emotional fortitude to what's polarizing in the world right now, right? Let's really diffuse polarizing situations. Let's be gracious and, walk with a more emotional, again, with temperance and balance. Look at this. I mean, there's a real theme about emotional mastery and emotional self-care here. This is about reflection and soul learnings. This is really going within. I think for so many of us, this last year and a half has been about solitude, isolation, but also going into your own den, into your own cave, and really accelerating some of your own intuition, your own emotional guidance. Intuition and soul learnings can only happen when you quiet all of the noise that's outside. So really going within and sort of hibernating in your own emotional cave. And the caution here is not to overthink it, not to bring in too much strategy and thinking, but just to, bring in heart truth. Because I feel like anytime you start to look at emotional healing and emotional awakeness, there's always a thought that comes up, and it's to really quiet the thoughts and to still the mind. That's really, really go within and reflect, especially as we come into the month of September, now through the fall. autumn seasons, really take the time to reflect, but really be cautious of thoughts that keep creeping in. Quiet the mind, quiet the thoughts. So this is really about fruitfulness, seeing the joy of your labor in some form. This is a Ten of Pentacles, which is very celebratory. This is a coming of prosperity and abundance. It's also saying really exercise ultimate practicality at this time. And it's especially in the area of your artisanship. So maybe this is a message very directly for someone who's begun an entrepreneurial venture, or you want to, because it's in sort of the recesses in the shadow. It's almost, this is a message for someone who's been thinking about sitting on the fence of beginning an artisan, something that's made, handmade, an artisan enterprise, because this is very much about the tapestry of your life. And do it. Now's the time. 3 weeks, 3 months, the month of October, that might be the right time to launch. Do the pre-work now, because there will be some real success and fruitfulness to this venture. And, okay, so this is about, again, our thoughts and the thoughts that surface here. This is saying, start a new learning, start something new. What have you always wanted to research or learn more? Which area or field? And, don't let traditional thinking inhibit or stop that. Don't put yourself in a square box. This is essentially saying, think outside the box. As cliche as that might sound, this is really saying, use some creative ingenuity, bring some childlike enthusiasm, bring some childlike vitality, bring some childlike inquisitiveness and curiosity to a new area of learning, thought, rethink some of the things that have been tradition for you for such a long time. Maybe there's matriarch or patriarch that really has rooted you in family and tradition, a certain way of cultural thinking. This may be a break from that, and to really start to put the lens onto a new awareness. Some very beautiful, beautiful messages. Let's look for a final action step that's most beneficial. So what would most benefit us as we go forward? What is one thing that would be the best action step to take? Best action step to take moving forward during this time. And here as well from the Orbifold. This Orbifold Tarot is by a Canadian artist out of somewhere out east. I want to say Quebec, maybe Montreal, and I believe his name is Michael. I just appreciated this deck for all it brings, all of its messages, and Way Home is just classic. Heart, very warming messages here. So this is moving forward with your truth. Really not having your mind's truth really be. You've got the sword of truth here. This is a real gift and a real blessing, and it's saying to harness that and to use patience and a little bit of patience, compassion, and being a little giving, being a little sacrificial at this time as well. So anyway, I say continue. This is really the speak your truth with patience, speak your truth with honesty and compassion, but don't keep your truth inside. So, really reflect, go inward, reflect on what your soul's truth is. Don't give in to the polarizing issues out there. Really bring in emotional strength, emotional fortitude, emotional intelligence. Yeah, and you know, I wish you the grace of activation, the grace of healing, the grace of love and compassion and beauty, the grace of prosperity and abundance, and the grace of truth. I mean, this really is the quartz crystal that speaks to the hand and the sword of truth. So may truth light your path. Thank you for joining me. I look forward to seeing you next time. Stay blessed.